I have found that there's still a stigma attached to living at home, and I don't think that there should be anymore. Sometimes there are extraordinary circumstances revolving around needing to leave home, such as an abusive environment, getting kicked out, and or having your parents not want you around anymore, which is something that obviously happens. Or you need to go away because the school that you got into, or the school that you want to go to, is not at home anymore. I feel like the need to leave the nest as a sort of rite of passage to go into adulthood at the ripe age of 18, or when you're definitely not ready to go into that stage of your life, isn't necessary. It's as if you're forcing yourself to go into debt just so you can try and become an adult faster than you really need to be. The title adult is so arbitrary these days, you don't even know what an adult actually means. Is it somebody who's 18 years old? Is it somebody who's living on their own? Is it somebody who turns 21 years old? What is it? Please tell me. Nobody knows. I still live at home, and that is something I'm okay with. A lot of other people, when they hear that, aren't okay with that, and feel free to judge me over it. And I understand that they are going to. I want to try and get around that now, because just because somebody has not moved out of their parents' house does not mean that it's an entirely a bad thing. If the opportunity is made available to you so that you can stay at home while saving as much money as you can so that when you do move out, you are in an ample position to be able to support yourself once you move out, I don't see a problem with that. I mean, why not? If you're given the opportunity to be able to do these things, why not take advantage of it? Why not give yourself the opportunity to be able to set yourself up for a good, positive outlook at a later time? I don't see a problem in that, and maybe that's because that is currently how I'm living. That's not going to be okay with other people, because the way the world sees it, you're not allowed to live in your parents' house past a certain age. And if you do, it looks like you're a child still to everyone else that hears that you still live at home. I don't think that's a fair stigma to have, because if somebody has the ability to become financially stable because of the environment they're living in, then why not? Or what if you don't want to move out because you don't want to rent a place for a few years and not get a chance to be able to save up any money because of that? What if you want to be able to just buy your own house outright if the opportunity arises? You should be able to have that opportunity and not think of it as a bad thing just because other people are going to make fun of you for it when you tell them you're living at home. If you're still living at home into your 20s, that's okay. Don't think anything of it when somebody else makes fun of you for it. I want to live in a time when you can be free to do whatever you want to do and not be judged for it. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but we can start making that happen. Ever so slowly, we can start making that happen, and I definitely think we'll be able to make that happen. I want at least a few people to feel better about themselves if they're still living at home and they feel like they're not going anywhere in life because of it. It's okay to be where you are. You don't have to rush yourself just because you don't feel ready. I've never once heard of a rushed decision that ends up turning out well for somebody. I'm okay with still living at home. Some people might not be okay with that. The rest of the world might not be okay with that. And that really does not matter in the end. Your happiness is really the only thing that matters, and if this is something you need to be happy, then go for it and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise.